Right, another video following on from the one about Hecate, right, Hecate. So Hecate and TEK, right, is basically another derivative of the hex idea, the TEK, right? Which if you're reading the sort of Hecate stuff, you'll see the idea of TEK crops up and all that, right? So there's more stuff, more, TEK more, right? TEK more. Again, is basically another one of these goddesses and another hex idea. 7th century, say. The 6 and the 7. Inevitability, right? But basically the idea of the TEK is the same as hex. So you have the word technon, right? A child living in will independence, right? So that's non-TEK, see? Non-hex, non-hexed. So not hexed, right? It's not really to do with tecton, right? So the tecton is the craftsman, right? Tecton, which makes perfect sense, doesn't it? The tecton is the craftsman, carpenter, and artisan, right? And think about what artisan is, it's sort of anagram of, right? And obviously, Jesus was a tecton, wasn't he? Supposedly and all that. And here's the gods and goddesses of Mexico, see? TEK. Tlacutli, whatever it is, Forms of serpents, so another hex idea, see? Quetzal, see? Remember the HQ is the Hecate witchcraft thing, so the Quetzal, see? The Quetzal is also a witchcraft stuff, and it basically meaning of hex. Quetz, see? So when you have the technology, it's basically all to do with their hex. For methods for them to advance the hexing of people, see? So the technology, all the new technology is designed with the hex in mind, see? To, create stronger illusions and all that. That's why you had like HQ televisions and stuff like that. See, so the HQ television, see? That's basically the Hecates or the hex. See, all HQ technologies always referring to the hex. HQ televisions. See, so what is technology, right? And then you get all this type of stuff. It's all hex ideas, isn't it? Cuban, and pure hex ideas and that. Wireless technology and all this. A lot of hex about in it. The purpose of the technology would seem to be to hex people. And all. Hex in the mind. Simply the whole game behind it. Funny, because when I was a school pupil and all that, I used to go into school, right? And one of the nicknames what they had for the teachers, right, was TEKers. In the northeast of England, all the teachers, TEKers, as a slang and that. How appropriate, see, that name is and that. Because they were hexers, weren't they? T, churs, and they were hexers, teaching you a load of trivia, which is another name for the Hecate and all that, the hex, trivia, right? Trivia. Teaching you a load of trivia, sort of garbage and that, which is just pure hex. Like that game, Trivial Pursuit, see? The pursuit of trivia, see? It's rubbish, innit? All the trivia is garbage, innit? You know what I mean? Funny there, it's in how it's in 6 and then 7 there. Very funny. And there's a 6 and 7 on there, look. And the 6, 6. So, it's just a pure hex, all this stuff in it. The technology is part of the hex. Ways to, increase the hex levels and all that. Use of hex all over. Right, and then you get these William Shatner books. Tech War, Tech Lords. See? So you take the meaning of this tech as hex. And you see what it's all about, see? Tech money, tech power, the tech lords. You wonder Cerner Oxfam. Right here, HEX and TEKS or trivia. Right, so you got the Trivial Pursuits game. And it's in 6, yeah. It's in 6 segments, yeah. For hex. The general knowledge and the popular culture, see? It's all trivia, it's hex. It's garbage. The popular culture. And that's what this game's all about. No wonder I never played it, like. The 6 categories, right? Including history, and science, and nature. See? Plenty of hex going on like that. This, right? The trivium. This is what they teach to people in the posh schools. Yeah, on the posher schools. Certainly in the public schools, they're sort of Eton and Harrows and all that. Several have got arts and comprise grammar, logic and rhetoric, right? They certainly didn't teach it in the one I went to, right? This is what they teach the people who matter to them and all that, right? There's a quadrivium. 4 subjects. Essential to a classical education, see? So they didn't teach this to the ones who, at the bottom of the pile, like. Just to the ones who matter to them, I read. So what you have here, see, is basically, if people learn this stuff, they can learn how to hex other people, see. Like they can hex the sort of the peasants who they hate and that, see what I mean? They can hex them through the use of this, right? And there we see the hex, the 6 sides. Mechanics of language. Information perceived by the 5 senses, see? The whole of identity. Removing contradictions. Producing factual knowledge that can't be trusted, see? That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? They know this stuff, and the average person, the natural person, does not. See, gives the advantage to them, doesn't it? Instruct and persuade, being transmitted. Wisdom. See that, like the Chinese man, the wisdom. Very hex-like, innit? A statement. Requisite preparation for study of the quadrivium, the 3 and the 4. It's a bit like the Dalit thing, isn't it? Classical education. Quadrivium. And there's what I was talking about, the tecton. Jesus is the tecton, or the architect. See, the architect of hex. The tecton. The architect, the hex, created the universe. The verse, the scriptures in verse. Basically an education on how to hex people. Then you have the idea of tectonic plates, right? Tectonic plates. Which would seem to be a total hex, wouldn't it? Galnet. You've got the hex, right? And the tonic. The tonic being the drink, right? The tea drink. And the plate. Like a cup and saucer, see? And deliver the cup of tea on your little saucer. But in the older times, they delivered the goblet, right? Or the chalice or whatever on a plate, right? On a larger plate, right? With the tea in it. So it's a hex, see? The tectonic plates. Plus you've got the eating in there as well, see? Eating. 4 types of tectonic plate movement, right? As we know, this is a hex. So the idea of that, it's just another, allusion to the tea drinking. It's another hex. It ties in with all the rest of the hex. There's the grand architect, right? Who's behind all the hex. Supposedly God, see? The grand architect behind all the hex, who have the arch. You know what the arch is. Grand architect of the universe. And there's the plate. The tectons. Craftsman. Very crafty. Full of hex.